Hey guys, Effie here. Today I'm going to make this card using our new amazing Gardenia set and the coordinating die that was just released today. So I'll be doing some watercoloring. I'm going to start off by rose gold heat embossing this beautiful large image onto some watercolor paper. I'm using Canson XL 140-pound paper. So after I stamp the image in some sticky embossing ink, I just spooned on some of our rose gold embossing powder and then I hit the whole panel with my heat tool. Next, I'm going to start watercoloring. I'll be using the wet and wet watercolor technique using Ken Oliver colorers. Now, for this shade that I'm using on the petals, it's a combination of different color burst powders that I mix together. Usually with traditional watercolors, people will mix different hues to get additional colors. And I kind of wanted to experiment with the color bursts. And I'm not really sure I did the best job. I kind of wanted to get a nice deep coral color with, a pink undertone to it. I honestly don't remember the exact powders that I mixed. And I'm so sorry for that. But I mean, all the shades in Ken Oliver's Color Burst collection are just beautiful. And you can probably find a similar one to this. Probably a alizarin crimson mixed with peony with a little bit of tangerine. Honestly, those could have been the powders that I mixed, but I do not remember. It's been a whirlwind of a week. So let's move on to the project. So I did some wet and wet coloring. I wet the petals first with clean water, and then I dropped in bits of the pigment, and then I blended that pigment out to the edges of the petal. After I kind of put that first layer of color on, I kind of went back in and added some additional color, and I blended that color out over that first layer of color, and I did that to get a little bit of texture inside of each petal. So I've been experimenting with this technique more because I don't want a nice smooth blend in each petal. I kind of find that boring now. I like that textured look. It just adds, I feel, more interest to the project. So usually I will use two different colors in one floral or bloom, but for today I just used the one mixed, and I just applied the same technique to each petal. So for the greens, this is, I think, a grass green, Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant Watercolors. This is what was, no, actually, this is not my Dr. P.H. Martin's. I think this green is the green from Tailored Expressions Liquid Watercolor. That's what's in the palette, and I just used one of the empty channels to mix my color burst. So this green is the Tailored Expressions liquid watercolors, and I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but I will include it in the description box below. So once I finish watercoloring my gardenia, I die cut the image using the coordinating die. Again, this just released today, so head on over to our shop to check it out. I die cut this beautiful bloom, and then I took the two largest dies from our double stitch rectangles large die collection, and I die cut a border out of white cardstock. So this creates a really simple stitched border when you use the two dies together just like this. Next, I created a side folding A2 card base, and then I mounted that border that I created onto my base using some dimensional foam tape. Then I popped up my bloom onto my card base, and I just used some additional foam tape for that too. At first I was thinking about putting it in the middle, but then I just kind of went with the classic layout and I kind of tucked it into the corner. Then I created my congratulations sentiment strip, which I white heat embossed onto black cardstock. The congratulations sentiment is from our basic banner set. After I created my sentiment strip, I popped it up, and then lastly I embellished my card using some of our silver dewdrops and silver holographic sequins. I like to mix it up with these two products in our gilding section because they're both silver and they really coordinate well together. So I hope you all enjoyed today's project and video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because I update it on a weekly basis. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.